Good evening. Today we are going to see the sheet number 5. Uh, in the sheet number 5, we are going to draw the graphical method. So now you can see we are again going to divide into four parts. First part we have space diagram for dead load. Then we have space diagram for wind load. Then we have vector diagram for dead load. And then we have vector diagram for wind load. So we have to draw these two space diagrams for dead and wind and two vector diagram for dead and wind. Here we are not going to draw space diagram and vector diagram for live load because whatever force we are going to get, force in member due to live load equal to live load divided by dead load into force in member due to dead load. Member due to dead load. Means what we are going to do here, we are going to multiply force in member due to dead load by the ratio of live load upon dead load. And from this directly we will get value of force in member due to live load, and therefore we need not require to draw space and vector diagram for live load. So now we have first space diagram for dead and live. We have same actually, and then we can have this. So we have these loads. So 1.01 will be the end panel point load, and 2.02 will be intermediate panel point load. And then space diagram, that means whatever spaces are there between the forces, we are going to name them, and this is as per Bose notation. So you can see over there, so we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and M. These are the spaces. Now we have already seen this. If I have to designate 2.02, then I will write it as BC. If we have to write this force 2.02, then it will be EF. Likewise, we have to plot the forces. Now inside, if we will see, then we have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So numbers, you can also use letters inside. So that is your choice, but generally in Bose, numbers will be considered inside and letters will be outside. Now, if I have to designate this member, then how I will designate it? 1, 2. If I have to designate this member, then how? So we have M3. Then if we will have to go this member, then we have M9. So this member, then we will say it as 8, 9. So likewise we have to go. Now already we have with this diagram, so I will not again go and explain this. So we have this one already, we have explained this. So this is our closed polygon, and that shows your structure is in equilibrium. Then we have drawn, so this line you can see we are going to plot point 1 we have here, which is common to B1 and M1. So I have first, this line is parallel to B1. So this is parallel to B1. And then second I will draw line which is parallel to M1. And then we have this will be M1. And this will use me this will use me point 1. Then we have to plot 2, and which is 1 2, because now I know point 1, I know point C, I can plot 2 1 2 and C2 1 2, we have vertical, so we will plot vertical line. And then we have C2, so C2 means parallel to this, so parallel to this, that will gives me 2 point. Then we have to go for this 3 point. So for 3 point I know 2 point, I know M. So 2, 3 parallel to this, 2, 3 parallel to this. And then we have M3, this one. So first we have plotted 2, 3 parallel. And now we have M3 parallel. So we have M3 parallel. So this is third point. M3 we have horizontal only. So likewise we have plotted this point. Now we will go with, so this will be till your half. So now we have plotted point number 10. So we are here. 9, 10, we are at same point because force in this member is 0. Now I will go for 10, 11. I have to plot 11 number. So 10, 11 because 10 I know. And then G11, this line. So I will plot parallel to 10, 11. So parallel to 10, 11. We have this line, and then we have this G11 parallel to this. So we have G11 parallel to this, gives me 11 point. Then I will go 11, 12, which will be vertical line. So we have 11, 12 vertical line, and then this we have M12, which is horizontal line, and then this will be point 12. And likewise you can see we have, this is exactly mirror image of this. So we have plotted this point, so in this fashion. Yeah, you have to plot this in sheet. So that is vector diagram, dead and live, because we know now, if I have, so we know we have, let us this live load, we have 2.76. Then what we will do, here we have 1 centimeter equal to 1.01, half of this 2.02. Now for this same diagram I will mention for live load, this is for dead load, I will mention for live load 1 centimeter equal to 1.38, and then just I have to multiply instead of 1.01 by 1.38, and I will get forces in the member due to live load. I need not require to plot it again. Now, similarly, so this is 18. Then, similarly, space diagram. Now, a little change will be there because this space will be developed when we will talk about wind load, which is not there in dead load and live load. And then we will take this space at last, because that will keep your force name of the forces same. So if I will go with this, then in this also, and in last diagram due to dead and live, this member I have again G11 only. There also I have G11. If I will give this as G, then this will be N11, and there we have G11. Then little bit confusion will be there. So this place we will give after M, we will say it as N, because this is required only for these two forces. That is not required. That we need not require anywhere in this one. Now we have not given any horizontal reaction because it becomes zero. Horizontal component of these forces are towards the left, and horizontal component of right side we have towards right, and this cancels each other's, becomes zero. And now once we are with this name, then in the same way we are going to plot it parallel to this already we are with this video, we have seen this, we have this as triangular closed polygon, so in equilibrium. Now in the same fashion we are going to plot this as we have plotted in dead load. So now we have this parallel to B1, then parallel to M1, point 1. Then we have parallel to 1, 2, and then we have C2, point 2. Same way we are going over here, whatever we have in dead load. I am going to plot it parallel to 3, 4 and parallel to D4. You can see I have to plot 4 point. So this is our point 4. So in the same way, I am coming from this side. So 1 plotted, 2 plotted, 3 plotted, then 3, 4, D4. So fourth point, then 4, 5, M5. Parallel to this 4, 5. So you can see parallel to this 4, 5. And then M5 we have again horizontal. So we have point 5. Then we can go parallel 5, 6, and then E6. 5, 6, E6. So likewise, we are going to plot here 10 points. 9, 10 again we have 0. Then now we will plot parallel to 10, 11. So 10, 11 we will plot parallel. Sorry, this is 10, 11 and G11. So I have plotted first G11. Now I will plot 10, 11. So we have 10, 11. Then we will get point 11. Then we will have 11, 12. This 11, 12, this point. and then we have M12, which will be horizontal. So 12 point we are there only. Then we will plot H13. Now I have to plot this. So H13, 12, 13. So H13, 12, 13. So this is 13. So likewise, we can plot all these points which we require. Again, same mirror image we will get it. And this you have to plot in fourth part. So likewise, you have to plot these diagrams in sheet. So this is about your sheet number 5. Thank you. Today we will stop here only.